Hello and welcome to Defining Deborah. Hi, everybody. I am on my way to get my hair cut. So, I decided that I would do a little car chat because I haven't been on in a little while. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a great holiday. Mine was not bad. I cannot complain. Um, yeah, it wasn't bad. Let me close. I got the sunroof open, so I'm gonna close that. But it's 2021, so I'm looking forward to a new year, new business ventures, new prosperity, new love, new everything. Okay? So, I thought that I would get on here and I would do a little bit of an update on the online dating thing. It's funny because I had thought about doing that when I knew that I was going to go and get my hair cut. So I happened to be watching YouTube, and shout out to Jovi Beauty. She's one of the YouTubers that I do watch off and on. And she was talking about online dating and how she was done with it. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, online dating is a trip. I know that when I was younger and things were the way where we met people in person, and then that's how we got together. And you met men or women who lied about who they were, what they had, things of that nature. Oh, but not to the extent that they do online. It is mad crazy to me. So I'm not sure if I told you guys that I decided to put myself on Facebook dating. I was on POF, and for those who don't know, that's Plenty of Fish. And I had put myself on that years ago and really forgot that I had a profile out there. So I had decided that I would update that one. Well, most of the guys on there were looking just for sex, and so I had put a disclaimer on my profile that if you were looking just for sex or you wanted phone sex, then you need to pass me up. Well, that's what they did. They passed me up. But one day I opened up my email, and it will let you know, if you have messages or something like that, or somebody contacted you on POF. And it was like all these messages. So I went to POF because I knew I hadn't been on there, and somebody had hijacked my profile, and I have no idea what this young lady was saying to these men, but they were saying some things back. And so what she happened to say was that my profile was not her profile, it was her mother's profile, and she was using it. So I politely messaged the gentleman's back, and I let them know that someone had catfished them, and they were using my profile to do so, that I did not send those messages, and I have no idea who it was that sent them, so they should disregard it. And I just closed my profile out totally on POF. Well, let's see, that was, I'm going to say, I don't know, a year or so ago. So, my sister is living with me. I think I mentioned that she just moved back from Texas at the end of the year. And so, she's on Facebook dating. So she's like, you should try Facebook dating. Well, I didn't even know Facebook had a dating site. Never even thought about it. So I went out there, put some pictures out there, and I can understand men having the same thought pattern that we have about people or women, trying to con them and lie to them, because apparently the men are out trying to get sex and the women are out trying to con men out of money. And then those of us who are genuinely trying to meet someone and try to get to know them, we just get caught up in the shuffle of stuff. And yeah, we usually don't end up meeting each other. The decent guys are meeting the con women, and the decent women are meeting the con guys. I guess that's what's happening. So there was this one guy. Well, there were several. I'll tell you. I think I told you about one. The one who was wanting me to, the Muslim, to be what he called the second wife, which was nothing more than him wanting sex outside his marriage, which is nothing but what we call an affair. Then there was a guy that was local, and I don't know, the conversation went well, and then all of a sudden it was like a ghost. But then he said no, he didn't ghost me. He said his mother got sick, and that was the end of that. So I really don't know what happened with that. Then there was a couple that I just, talked to through texting. Didn't really go anywhere. I did go on a date with one, and he was very small. He was shorter than me, and this is not to say anything against people who are short, but I just have a preference for having a man who's taller than me. And so, we went out, we had dinner, we had great conversations. We had talked on the phone for, a couple of weeks, but the chemistry just wasn't there, and he knew it and I knew it. So, that was the end of that. But I thank him for the lovely meal, and he's a hardworking man. Conversation was good. It's just that, physically, I don't think we were compatible. So then there was this one guy that I actually talked to on the phone, but he was in Georgia, and the conversation was going well. Talked for a few days, and then he said he wanted to be my Facebook friend, which normally I don't let people do that, but I was like, what the heck. So at the time, and all this is tying together, I think I showed you guys when I went and got my hair dyed platinum because I wanted to see what it looked like. I kept seeing the platinum look and I wanted to try it. I want to say it was end of the summer, somewhere in there. But because I wash my hair daily when I get in the shower, it was washing the, I guess, procedure out, and so it was making it like a yellow blonde. And so she tried it a couple of times and it still didn't work. And so then I decided when fall came in that I was going to dye it dark brown. And the dye I put on there, because I'm older now, my hair is thinner, I left it on too long and I looked like a black Elvis Presley. It looked like I had a black cap on my head. So then my stylist did not have time to correct that, so she tried to tell me how to do it over the phone by lifting it, and I did it, and that's hence the color I have now, which is kind of like this reddish thing going on in the top. I did that, and I think somewhere in the process of all that dyeing and lifting and all that, it thinned out my hair even more. So I decided to take some biotin, which is fine. You just can't take a lot, because if you take too much, it makes your hair fall out, because it's almost like it has your hair accelerating in growth. So all of a sudden, my hair was falling out, and I'm like, why in the world? And my hair never falls out, but it's like every time I wash it, it's like coming out. When I comb it, it's coming out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening? So I went to my stylist, and we were thinking it was because it was wintertime, but I was like, let me quit taking this biotin, because I didn't realize it was 1,000 milligrams that I was taking. So, but it left me with a very, very thin spot, which is my stress spot in the middle of my head. And so anytime I'm stressed, that area will cut off with the quickness. But she was like, well, I don't want to cut your hair down. Let's just leave it there and let it grow back and let the hair cover it up. Well, it was starting to look ridiculous to me. So yesterday, I decided to cut my hair down, hence this crazy look right now. And so a friend of mine that's a barber that I used to take my son to when he was younger, and my ex-husband used to go to. And I had met this guy years ago when my son was little. I started taking him to this barbershop. And so I called him up, and I was just like, hey, can I come in and, you do something to my hair? I hadn't told him what I've done to it, but I'm hoping that he will give it some shape and cut it down where it's even. I think I'm going to do like a little side fade thing, and then just let it grow back. So I'm going to be kind of pretty much bald here for the most part. And we will have to just start from scratch. And for me to just leave my hair alone and just let it be the natural color that it is. So, I say all that to say, to get back to my online dating story. So, I had not posted a picture of me with the semi-blonde platinum thing going on. So, I had a picture that I had just happened to take one day when I was in my room. And I decided to make that my Facebook profile picture. Well, when the guy went over there, he seen that picture. So he thought the pictures that I had posted on Facebook dating were like old pictures of me versus the one that was on my profile page. And they were all pictures of me just with my hair different colors, because I had a picture of me with my hair was more black, one with my hair just kind of red, one with my hair, the platinum one was on my Facebook page. So he abruptly just acted real funny with me about the pictures, as if I was lying and I was trying to fool him, and I was much older looking, or I guess much older than I said I was. But hell, I said I was 58. I mean, what? How much older was I going to say that I was? I mean, if I was going to lie about age, I definitely would have said that I was younger. That would have been the thing to do, don't you think? So anyway, that ended that. And actually, I was a little mad because of the fact that I was not trying to do that. I'm not a person that would put a picture of me in my 20s unless I was doing some type of comparison, and I wouldn't put it on a dating site. I've done it like on my Facebook page, like where you have yourself now and a picture of you when you were younger. Or I might post a picture of me when I was a kid or something like that, that, I ran across. But just to put one on a dating site to be younger, because at some point, if I'm really on a dating site, the whole purpose is that, eventually is to meet you. So that would be crazy for me to put a picture of me in my 20s knowing that I'm going to show up in my 50s. So yeah, so then I decided, all right, I will change my pictures up. So I actually put a picture of me in a bathing suit, which I've never done on a dating site, and one picture of me of my legs and all that. So of course that generated more contacts. But I had this 40-something-year-old guy tell me that I should take my pictures down because I told him I wasn't interested in a booty call, which I'm not. And he tried to make it seem like my pictures were an invitation to have sex. And I told him, I don't think so. That's what you had in your mind, because I see pictures of young women with the booty profile and the boobs out and the butt crack showing. I mean, all kinds of stuff. And you're going to tell me that my picture of something that I would wear in public to the beach or, or swimming to a pool was saying that I wanted to have sex and I need to take my pictures down. I told him, I was like, well, I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm a grown woman and I will not be taking my pictures down, and that was on him if he thought that that's what I was out there looking for. So it's been very interesting, some of the conversations, and I thought I'd tell you about the last one was a guy in prison. So he let me know that, he was incarcerated and all that. Well, I think you all know that I'm working on my PhD, and my specialization I'm working on my PhD in psychology with a specialization in criminology and justice. So, talking to him, to me was a way for me to learn more about our judicial system, our prison system and how it is to be an inmate inside a prison. So he's not the first person that's an inmate that I talked to, and I let him know that, what I was doing my dissertation on and all that, blah, blah, blah. Well, oh my gosh, he was just like, he really wanted to get to know me. He was a bit younger, because I usually I don't deal with men in their 40s. That's just an out. But I figured, oh, what the hell. So conversation was good. I figured probably because he's in prison and hey, he ain't got nothing else to do. I was real curious about him and the phone and him being on a dating site and all that, and he explained all that. So I'm not going to say where he is, his name or anything like that, because the purpose of my page is not to be getting somebody else in trouble for what they're doing, but he knows that what he's doing is not kosher. So we talked and we talked. So then, it kind of came up about pictures and what kind of pictures and things like that. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to make this a part 2 because I am now at the barbershop, and so I am going to go in and let Ramon do something to this mess that I have made on my head. I keep stylists and barbers in business with me doing my own little thing. So I will, oh shoot, that was not a parking space. So what I will do is I will make a part 2, and then I will finish my story. I hate that I had to end it in the middle, but I didn't realize I was going to get here as quick as I did. So yes, I will check back with you guys when I get finished. Bye.